morning, guys. So I'm about to wrap this up right now. I'm actually just gonna put it inside of a little bag, but this was an order that I have for Mother's Day. It's just 10 tulips and then also a little baby capybara with an orange on its head down there. So the person that ordered this got a capybara, one of the big ones from my store last year for Mother's Day, and this year she wanted a little baby one with the same type of orange on its head and 10 tulips behind it. And I actually really love the way that this came out. I would love to receive this. It's super cute. And also I got some new wrapping, so it looks really nice. I really tried to cover up those like sticks on the bottom because obviously those don't look super cute, but the only thing that's not wrapped is the sticks that's holding in the capybara, obviously because the capybara is not a plant. I didn't want to make those sticks green, so once they take this apart, or if they even decide to take it apart, they can just throw those little chopsticks away. But yeah, it came out perfect. I love the wrapping, I love the colors. Everything looks super cute and like pastel-y, and this little bow is super cute at the bottom. So yeah, I'm gonna drop this off to paint a tree probably later today. It's 2 o'clock right now. I've been finishing this up and just getting this done. I haven't really recorded the process, mainly because I've just kind of made up this pattern as I went. Made a magic ring of 7 and then increased until 28. And then I did 14 rows of 28, and then I just sewed it closed with like perpendicular lines. So yeah, I just kind of made that up. And then of course the capybara pattern is from Plushy Co Patterns on Etsy. And then I made up a pattern for that orange on his head. So yep, so I'm just gonna put it in a little bag and then take it up to paint tree and drop it off behind the counter. Also, I got an order for packs of stitch markers, but for some reason my my Shopify was telling me that their address was wrong. So I sent an email and hopefully they respond that I can get these shipped out. The address does look super similar. It's just like one letter's different. So I'm not sure. If my website is flagging things that are super minor, like is it a completely different street or does it just want it to be exact? But I sent an email anyway just to be sure. But I'm about to print out some more of these thank yous, and then I also need some more like thank yous for the markets because I want to stick those on bags. I am almost out of my 4x6 square labels, and I do need those for shipping packages as well. So I think that what I'm gonna do is probably order some more off of Mum like their Amazon storefront or something like that, just so that I can have a couple of extra. But for now I think I'm just gonna print out like 5 of these. Actually no, I'm just gonna print out 3. And then whenever they confirm their order, I'll go ahead and fill this out and then stick it onto this bag right here to close it. So I think right now what I'm about to do is crochet some flowers for Mother's Day. I'm gonna give this to my grandma. I have these little sticks here that I just kind of cut down. They're just a little wire, and then I have this little vase that I've had for a while. And I think even these might be too long, but I'm gonna make some little mini ones. Like just some little mini like lavender. I have 2 colors of lavender that I want to do, and then I have 2 tulip colors that I want to do. I want to do a pink tulip, a white tulip, and then a light lavender and a dark lavender. And then like a leaf or something in there. So I'm gonna try to do something really quick. I'm gonna see what it looks like with the 4 flowers before I do the leaves, and then I'll just add more if I need to. The bottom looks really empty, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that, but I'm gonna try to fill this up as much as possible. And then I have the card off to the side. So yeah, let's get to crocheting. So this is the card that I have, and this is the completed flower bouquet. Very small, very cute, and I'm about to pack this up right now.
Why you so eerie like hip hop eerie, the nerd?
Good morning, guys. So it's 10:30 right now. I've been up since like 8:45. I started a little garden, so I've been kind of like waking myself up at like 8 o'clock to like go out there and check on things and make sure like it's not gonna rain, water them in the morning, whatever. So yeah, I've been getting up super early to deal with that, and now I'm about to start crocheting because I'm done with the garden. So right now I'm about to finish up that capybara that I started the other day. I think I started this like 2 days ago, so I'm gonna finish up using this Bernat baby blanket dappled, and this was that yarn that I got from Joann a while ago in like one of those other videos. So I'm gonna finish this up. I'm hoping that by the end of it, it's a nice gradient to the dark one, because just by looking at it, this seems like a lot of light colored yarn until we get to the dark yarn, which is only like 3 or 4 strands on the outside. So we'll see how this turns out. So I'm gonna finish this up really quick, and then I'm gonna move on to something else. Also, this is the stuff that I have so far. I have this unfinished shark from the last market that I forgot to finish and never did. I have 2 pickles here. I also have 6 of these little baby chicks, and then 2 of these carrot hat bunnies down here with the little wire ears. So I'm making pretty decent progress on like new items to bring. I think that today is going to be kind of like a lock-in day for me, so I'm going to do a bunch of work on like big plushies, because this is a market that I did last year and a lot of people liked the bigger plushies, so I'm gonna try to do the same thing. I'm not gonna do like my big $100 plushies, $60 plushies, but maybe like $40 and below this time. I love doing big plushies. I love making a huge project that takes all day, so I want to do more of those. I'm not really into like the quick market make type things, low sew, no sew, quick market make patterns. I like them obviously for markets because it fills up my table, but at the end of the day, I love making huge projects. That's what I started my business out doing. That's really what I love doing. And I don't mind sewing. I love sewing and all that stuff. So right now I'm going to finish this up. By the way, this is a pattern by Plushie Co Patterns on Etsy. If y'all want to get this pattern by Plushie Co Patterns. And let's go ahead and finish up this pattern.
Skateboarding college. Sucks.
Track things.
No belongings for.
All right, guys, so I just got back home from the post office. I had to drop off 2 packages and also an envelope. Since I have a pen pal now, I'm super excited. I'm also like trying to find 2 other pen pals. So if you guys are interested in also like writing letters, sending stickers, snacks and stuff like that just through the mail, let me know down in the comments below, because I am like looking for 2 more people, or I guess however many more people. Like, I just love sending stuff through the mail. So right now I'm about to make this giant hot dog pattern. I only have this yarn for the like outer bun color, and it's kind of thicker than the inside because this is like size 5.5 hook yarn, and this one is like a 5 yarn, so it's a little bit thicker, but I'm hoping that no one will really notice that. And then I think after I finish this big hot dog, because it's probably not going to take that long, maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours, I want to make another one of those giant geese that I made for the market. I think it was the last market or the market before last. Yeah, it was a market before last. I want to make another one of those giant geese out of these 2. This is the last little bit of the big twist from Joanne that I have, so I really want to use this up because it is big, like it says, and it's taking up a lot of room. So I'm gonna try to make one more of those geese.
Last night, I got humiliated last night. Baby.
All right, so I'm about to do a quick overview of all of the stuff that I made this week. Most of this stuff was just made this week, and then a couple of the things were things from like a couple of weeks ago that I just now finished, a couple of work in progresses. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing that I have is a whip right here. I meant to bring this to my last 3-day event that was the Foodies Fest, but it's basically just a little shark, and I think that this is a free pattern on YouTube by Loops and Knots Crochet. I think that that's her name, but yeah, it's just a cute little shark. I really love this color. I love the stitches. I actually really like this Bernat blanket yarn. The texture of it is a lot softer than the old Bernat blanket, so I really like this. It's from Joanne, so I probably will never be able to get it again unless I order it online. But yeah, I got this one shark here. Next thing that I have is this big capybara that y'all saw me making. I went ahead and put the face details as well as the little tangerine on its head, and like I predicted, it's not really much of a color change from the face to the body, but luckily it does have kind of a darker face, because y'all know capybaras do have a little bit of a darker face anyways, so it all worked out in the end. The feet are a little bit darker as well because I made those first. So yep, it just looks like this. The ears are a little bit darker as well, but I really like the way the ears came out. They're nice and fun to play with, and then the little tangerine up top is super cute as well. So yep, got this done. Next thing that I have is this hot dog that I finished up last night. I did make a jumbo one of these that was like literally 4 times the size. The only thing that you have to do to make patterns to be extra large is to buy XL yarn. So you can make this even smaller by just using acrylic yarn, so you don't have to go out and look for XL patterns. If you want to make a cupcake, you can just find like a free cupcake pattern and then use XL yarn to make it big, so you don't have to go find like an XL pattern. So I just used this pattern here to make this hot dog. I ended up sewing this hot dog piece together down here. I used like the invisible sewing method to sew that down, and this turned out super cute. I like this a lot better than the bigger one just because I think it's a lot easier to store. Next thing that I ended up making were these 2 bunnies right here. These are the exact same. I made one of these for my last market and it ended up selling super quick, so I ended up making 2 more of these. Now that I'm looking at it, this one looks a little bit lighter than this one, even though it's the same yarn. yarn. What's up with that? Anyways, so yeah, I ended up making 2 more of these carrot top bunnies. These hats do come off, by the way. This is a pattern by AQ Crochets. They're also the one that made that chick pattern with the little tulip hat, or you can do like the rain hat. So yep, they have some super cute patterns on their Etsy, so go ahead and check them out if you want this pattern. Next, I have a few food items. I have these 2 Pop-Tarts that I made. I stopped making these just because I'm like, do people actually want these? Because they're kind of like an awkward size where they're too big to be a keychain, but they're too small to be like a pillow. So I'm not sure if I should have used a larger hook size or if they're cute like this. Just let me know, guys. I'm not really sure what to do with these. I was going to make a purple one with the blue frosting across. I forgot what that's called, like the wild berry flavor. But once I got to these 2 and I figured out that they were kind of small, I just kind of stopped because I'm like, what do I do with these? Like, they're so small. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep these off to the side. I might make up the blue one just to have like a pair of 3, but yeah, I'm not sure for right now. I also have these pickles here. These don't have faces, and I'm thinking about leaving them without faces. Let me know, should I put faces on these or not? I think maybe I'll do like 3 without faces and 3 with faces and just kind of see which ones do better. But yeah, got these little pickles here. These 2 are without the faces, so I'm gonna do 2 more with the faces, 2 or 3 more, just to see which ones do better. Next, I have these 2 kitties that I did in this video. I have the 2 mini kitties. These are super cute. I think that these will do well at the next market. I just got bored with making them just because like the pattern is super easy. It's like just chaining around. So I got super bored with making them, but they are super cute. I'm excited to bring these. I might make another one in like an orange color for like an orange tabby and just see how it does. But for now, these are the only 2 that I have. Lastly, I have these chickens in here. These are super cute. A lot of people like these at the last market that I went to, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish these up by putting the blue bows on them. I'm hoping that these do well again like they did at the last market, because this time I have 5 of them instead of the 4 that I did at the last market. But yeah, I have a few more of these that I'm gonna bring to the next one. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I got more than I thought that I would get done this week. I think it's because I made a lot more bigger projects. These things right here are not really like market prep friendly. Like you can't really do a bunch of those at the same time. They take about an hour to 2 hours a piece. So I think that that's why I didn't really get that much done. And also it hasn't truly been a week. It's been like 4 or 5 days. So yeah, I got a lot more done than I thought that I would. If you guys are excited for the market that's this Saturday, I am going to be uploading a video on Tuesday of the market, how I went, a market recap, how much I made, a market review. So if you guys are excited to see that on Tuesday, please do not forget to subscribe. Also, please don't forget to follow my Instagram at introvertcrossing for more behind the scenes. And I will see you guys in Tuesday's video. Bye guys.